Welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a blast to the past. We're going way back to the time of the Greeks. Today we're going to be talking about none other than the Greek goddess Iris and a watch that was made with a lot of symbolism that has to do with her. So today, like I said, we're going to be talking about the Greek goddess Iris. Now, why I bring that up, today's video is about an Omega watch, part of the Constellation series with the Iris dial. Now, for those of you that are not aware, Iris was a Greek goddess and she was the goddess of the rainbow. And of course, this rainbow theme is going to be shown in the watch itself, but I wanted to kind of dig into her role and what she did and how it has an impact on the way that they made this watch. So the goddess Iris was a messenger of the gods. She would, bring wine to them. She also had this container of water that she would bring, and this was by command of Zeus. And what it would do is she would give the water to people that were under oath. And if they were lying, if they perjured themselves, commit perjury, lying under oath, it would actually put them to sleep for an entire year. Now, Iris had golden wings, and that's something that is also going to come into play when we talk about the different variations of this watch. But something else that I thought was a really cool part of the story was that she had a twin sister, and her sister had iridescent wings instead of golden wings. And at some point, she betrayed the Olympians and became the messenger of the Titans. And for this, Zeus actually ended up ripping her wings off and giving them to Achilles, which he wore on his heel, which made him more swift-footed. Most of us are familiar with Achilles and the wings that he would have and how it made him faster. But that's where they came from. They came from Iris's twin sister after she betrayed the Olympians. Now, I do want to go into the watch, get a little bit of details about the watch. You'll notice that it does have it's got the same style and format of the Constellation series and all of the models within it, but the dial itself is what's going to make it an Iris. So you'll notice that every single one of the collection within the Iris line is going to have a mother of pearl dial. So of course, those are never going to be exactly the same. They come from, the natural material coming from the inside of an oyster shell. So like fingerprints, you're not going to have two that are the same. Now, it goes way farther than that though with the actual stones that they put in the hour markers. Normally we see, diamonds or rubies, emeralds, sapphires, a combination thereof. Well, this one was actually made to look like the rainbow. So inside this dial on the hour markers, you'll find pink, blue, and yellow sapphires. You'll find mandarin garnets, which are orange. I like to think of mandarin like a mandarin orange. That's kind of how I remember that's going to be the orange stone that you find on the dial. And then you'll also find emeralds and rubies. Now, those are on the dial for the hour markers, but where are the diamonds? They're going to be on the bezel. So whether you get there are three different sizes, whether you go with the small, medium, or the large out of this variation, they are all going to have diamonds that you will find on the bezel. Now, there are three different sizes. I want to go a little bit into that. You're going to find the small version is going to be a 22.5 millimeter watch. The mid-size or the middle one is going to be a 25.5. And then the larger of the three, or the largest of the three, I should say, is going to come in at 27.5. Now, the two smaller sizes come with a quartz movement, having a battery that needs to be replaced every 2 or 3 years. But the larger one, or the largest one, the 27.5, is going to have an automatic movement. Now, sometimes it's hard to kind of differentiate between those two sizes when you're looking at pictures online, or if you just have a couple watches in your hand. I know myself, I am not able to really differentiate between just a couple of millimeters without having, a caliper or some way to actually measure it. Well, Omega gave us a nice little hint for the largest watch. So the 27.5, not only is it automatic, but it also has a date window that you'll find at 3 o'clock. That is not found on the two smaller varieties. So it's real easy when you're flipping through listings on our website, or if you stumble upon these out in the world, if it has a date window, it's going to be the largest watch out of those three, but it's also going to have an automatic movement inside of it. Now you can tell just from here in the video, we've got one in yellow gold and we've got one in stainless steel. Those are not the only two varieties that are available. You can also get it in rose gold. That's a full 18 karat rose gold, just like the 18 karat yellow gold. But they also make two-tone, where it's going to be stainless steel and yellow gold, or stainless steel and rose gold. So you have 5 different metal combinations, 3 different sizes, all with the same gorgeous style with these unique stones set within them. So come check them out at SwissWatchExpo, hit the bell, like and subscribe, give us some feedback, and if you want to learn more, just let us know what you want to hear about. We'd be happy to shoot a video for you.